Hello. My name is Image, and today I want to talk about how I spent over $50,000 uh, on Counter-Strike skins as the market crashed last week and over the past week, about a week and a half of buying skins. And the reason why I want to talk about this is because I think it's important to understand the nature of the market and what prompted me to spend such a large amount of money on skins when I previously did not have a sizable inventory, if nothing at all. Um, to preface this, this is an investment. This is not financial advice. And I'm doing this because I think it is a positive EV bet, which means I don't think it's a guaranteed way to make money, but I think that there's a high chance that I profit, especially I have already profited. And I think at the time it was a good way to buy fear. Um, so, for context, about a week ago, Counter Strike implemented a new update that lets you trade up reds into knives and gloves. And that instantly crashed the market. And so during that crash, you had things such as flip knives. I'm just taking an example. Flip knife knight, nosedive. And this not just this, every flip knife, every knife or glove, essentially in the entire game, took a nosedive. Uh, and slowly recovered. Where I started to buy was essentially right here. Now, obviously, I didn't buy the exact bottom because nobody can predict the bottom, but you have on the way down here and on the way up here, all during this way, I was buying certain items. Now, what could I have been buying? Was I stocking up on knives like these? Play skins that people enjoy, that people will use? No. What I was stocking up on were reds. M4A1 Cyrix, MP9 Starlight Protector, and a couple of other ones, P90 Asimov. Now, why these in particular, and why so many? This is almost $40,000 in reds. Some of these, as you can check CSGO Float, M4A1S minimal wear, I'm getting for $98 on Float. And now, on the market, a minimal wear M4A1S Cyrix is $195. I bought this around here for, on Float it's a little cheaper, so essentially 110 on Steam, and now they're almost double in price. Now, why the reds? If you took a quick time to think about trade up ROI, you would quickly realize that the ROI on one, the breakout case, in every condition of both the Asimov and the Cyrex, the P90 Asimov and the Cyrex, were positive ROI by a mile. Now, the reason why people didn't eat up these reds was because they thought that knives would crash again in the following week as the knives that were traded up got unbanned. So people thought that market would crash again. But as we see now, the market did not crash again. I don't know why you keep using the flip knife as an example, but the market did not crash again. If anything, it went up. Now, why was I so confident to buy knowing that the market could crash again? I didn't know, but I took a positive EV bet that there wasn't enough liquidity and that people were looking to buy, and there were so many people that were wanting to buy on this dip, and so many people that were aware of this. The whole community was aware of how items would be unbanned on the 31st, or sorry, on the 30th. And the knives stayed the price that they were. That does not make sense in terms of if we expect a crash again. Because if they expect a crash again, no one would be buying. No one would be buying any knife because they would just be waiting. But there were volume. There was sales volume that was happening on here. I'm not gonna use the flip knife anymore. What the fucking shit? Sure, ultraviolet. In the last week, there are one sold, two sold, one sold, two sold. There's plenty of volume, not plenty, but plenty of volume going around these parts during this week. If it were to truly dump crash again on October 30th, then that would not make sense. Why would people be buying? That was my thought process. I didn't know that for sure, but I thought it was likely. So I stocked up on all of these reds, and I think that was, and so far it's already paid back huge. I'm already, if I want to sell on Steam, which I won't be selling on Steam, but I will be making a lot of money already if I want to sell on Float already. And as you can see, a lot of people reversed, like reversed all these things that people are reversing because they realized that them panic selling was bad. Now, what is the other thing that I invested into? Couple things, not as heavily as the red coverts, but gems. Karambit Doppler, Ruby, um, Bayonet Gamma Doppler Emerald, even though people think that this thing is going to plummet. Sapphire, this is the world number 7. Butterfly Ruby that I bought for $9,000. Absolute steal. Already back up in price and could probably sell for more since it's number 7 float in the world. 001. Why am I investing in gems when people say you can basically print them now? Is that I believe that the red prices will go up. Now, that if the red prices go up, even a field tested minimal wear A1S trade up or a field tested Starlight Protector trade up, that's almost $500 per trade up attempt. The CS community does not have the balance to spam trade up for the 1 in 300, if anything, approximately 1 in 300 chance of a butterfly knife emerald. Now, if you look on CS Float, there have been a lot of registered emeralds, which I understand. But this is a popular skin that people still want. It is very beautiful, and people will pay a premium for it no matter what. Will the price go back to where it was? No, I do not think so, because there's more supply of the butterfly knives now. So you will not be seeing that price go back to where it was, which was about 25,000. But you will see a bounce back, in my opinion. I think it's very possible to see a bounce back for that. Now, at first, my issue was actually I was getting these Cyrexes at such a good price and these Azimovs at such a good price that I was actually doing the trade ups themselves to get some of these knives. For example, this Urban Mast Lore, whatever this. Now I realized that it's kind of like Pokemon cards. Like people don't open their booster boxes, so you don't want, and they'll save them over time, and the booster boxes will be worth more, and it's bad like EV to gamble them. It's not good to gamble on these, even though the ROI is technically good. It's actually just better EV to hold the reds and let them appreciate. Because as the red supply goes down, because people are spamming trade ups, they're simply just going to get more expensive. Knives are going to go back up in price because people want knives. If anything, this brings so much attention to Counter Strike, people might start playing it more. People want knives. The player base may increase. Who knows? The Reds are an amazing investment, and I can't wait to honestly keep trading them up, or sorry, keep holding them, and see what happens to them in the future. Now, we're approaching on 10 minutes. I will be doing some trade ups with Steam balance that I have from selling a couple things on the Steam market. I am interested in making some content for trade ups in the future very soon. And if you want to see that, I would love a subscribe or a like. This is the first video on the channel. I would like to grow it. I would like to give some more insight on Counter-Strike skins market in general. I do plan on playing the game because I have been playing the game my entire life, even though I'm not very great. I would like to make some content. I would like to know what people want or what people think. Please leave a comment. And if there's anything that you want me to trade up in particular, there's $2,000 Steam balance waiting. So please let me know. Thanks so much.